Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Kassandra and this is part 2 of our 3-part series on how to do a headstand. Place your palms down on the mat, fingertips are spreading wide, middle finger pointing towards the top of the mat. You want your palms to be shoulder width distance apart, no more, no less. So these are the first 2 points of your triangle. The third point is where your head would go. So if you were to curl your toes under, slowly start to bend your elbows, and it's as if you were lowering in chaturanga. You're keeping your elbows close in towards your body and then just dropping the crown of your head down onto the mat. So a lot of people won't actually go far enough and they'll end up staying on their forehead, which can cause a lot of strain on the neck. So really lean it forward, press your palms into the mat firmly so that you can activate the pectorals and the shoulders and feel really strong and firm here. So our first method that we can play with to get in our tripod headstand, you'll need to curl your toes under and start your lift as you straighten your legs, holding from here. So the easiest way, the first way that I learned to get into tripod headstand was to pile the knees over the arms. So you're just going to start to bring your right knee in towards your right elbow, squeezing it in, and then coming high on the ball of your left toe so that your hips and pelvis go a little bit closer and stacked on top of your shoulders. So as you put one knee in, you might want to stay here and hold, or maybe you feel comfortable stacking both knees, pointing toes up towards the ceiling and holding here. Engaging the core, lower abdominals hug in, lift of the pelvic floor, and then maybe if you're feeling pretty good about it, you can start to lift your knees off of the upper arms and maybe straightening the legs. And don't worry too much because the wall is right there to hold us and support us if you need to. So you might need to stay towards the wall for a while here. Otherwise you can play with balancing. And I'm not letting all of my body weight sink into the crown of my head. I'm really pressing firmly with my palms. So to come out, we'll go back out the same way we came in. One knee on the tricep, both knees on the triceps, lowering down. Knees down and let it go. This one requires a little bit more core strength because you need to float your legs up. So from a wide-legged forward fold, my feet are about 3 or 4 feet apart, toes pointing forward. Hands on the hips, inhale, collarbones reach up, and as you exhale, fold down. So you need to fold down enough that you can bring your palms flat on the mat. Same here, shoulder width distance apart, so my palms are directly underneath them. I start to bend my elbows so much so that the crown of the head can rest down onto the mat. And then from here, you can start to come up on the balls of your feet and hold here until you feel stable. Pressing into both palms firmly. If you felt like you'd like to start playing with floating up, you really need to press into the heels of your hand to see if maybe the soles of the feet will lift off from the mat. Spread through the toes, really feel them reaching out and lift all the way up, engaging the glutes, engaging the quads, and find your center. So this is where abdominal work becomes really important because it's really what's going to help you stay balanced. And you can always do this next to a wall. Let's lower down with control, same way we came in. And release. Okay, so our third and final way to get into tripod headstand is to do the variation that you've probably seen or tried the most, which is to kick up. So this one that we've just done is actually a little bit harder, but it does help you learn how to engage the proper muscles so that you stay a little bit safer into the pose. However, there's nothing wrong with kicking up. Just make sure you're not using too much momentum and start off with your mat close towards the wall. So same thing we've done before. Palms shoulder width distance apart. Make sure you're far away from the wall here, that you're giving yourself a good amount of space. Fingertips spreading wide. I'll start to bend my elbows, dropping the crown of the head down. Curling toes under, lifting your hips up towards the sky, walking your toes in. And from here to kick up, let's reach one leg up towards the sky, as high as you can, and then just a little bit of momentum to get it to float up. And because you have the wall there, you just want to play with tapping and lowering down. So let's do that one more time. Tap and lower down. Switching sides so that you're strengthening both legs just as much. Lifting up, kick, bend and kick. Tap and lower down. If you're ready for the full one, you'll need to reach one leg up towards the sky, bend your supporting knee, a little bit more momentum, reaching it up. Both legs maybe come towards the wall, and then to play with your balance, you're leaning away from it, finding your center, and lowering down the same way you came up. Let's lower our knees down onto the mat, and release. So I hope you found this useful. Those are 3 different ways that you can get into tripod headstand. Stay tuned for our 3rd video, which will be all about supported headstand. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Namaste.